With Mercury in Aries in the 11th house, there are three main traits that define a person's behavior: quick thinking, verbosity, and an original mindset. They are rapid and innovative thinkers who like to communicate their ideas directly. This can make them appear blunt or even aggressive, as they have a need for mental stimulation and competition. In relationships, this position may lead to very passionate and dynamic conversations. These individuals are engaging as they have a spontaneous nature and fast-paced communication style, which can both draw in and overwhelm partners. They don't hold back their opinions and might even enjoy debates, hence they benefit most from partners who value intellectual stimulation and open exchange of ideas. Occupation-wise, they are ideally suited for roles that require innovative ideas, quick decision-making, and efficient communication. They might thrive in fields such as journalism, entrepreneurship, technology, or any profession that values originality and invention. Strengths inherent with this placement are strong communication skills, creativity, and energetic intellectual presence. They are natural leaders with a knack for inspiring others with their ideas. Their challenges can be impatience, impulsiveness, and potential issues with listening due to their fast-paced thought processes. The lesson for personal growth here is to learn patience, cultivate deeper listening skills, and appreciate the ideas of others just as much as their own. This will enable them to build better relationships both personally and professionally, and to make the most of their communicative and innovative talents. Having Mercury in Taurus in the 11th house suggests a thinker with practical and grounded communication skills. They often have a slow, steady approach to assimilating and sharing information, and are known for their reliability. They value tangible results over abstract concepts and typically prefer discussions and ideas that lead to concrete outcomes. In terms of relationships, this person may be loyal and dependable and often forms long-term friendships. However, they can be resistant to change and struggle with close-mindedness. They like stability and may be seen as stubborn or stuck in their ways. Potential career influences might point towards industries that value consistency, repetition, and structure. They might flourish in fields such as finance, real estate, arts, or agriculture. Strong organizational and planning skill sets are often valued traits for these individuals. Some strengths associated with this placement include being patient, dependable, and practical in both thought and action. They might have a knack for financial management due to their methodical approach to life. However, the challenges may involve an unwillingness to adopt new ideas, rigidity, and stubbornness. They may also struggle with expressing their thoughts quickly or adapting to unexpected situations rapidly. The personal growth lessons for those with this placement lie in learning to be more open-minded, embracing flexibility, and learning to react to unexpected changes positively. Furthermore, they can benefit from developing a deeper understanding of subjective, abstract ideas, beyond obvious, materialistic values. A person with Mercury in Gemini in the 11th house is typically gifted with communication skill and intellectual curiosity. This placement suggests a talkative, social individual with a constant thirst for new information. Friends and acquaintances likely find them engaging and insightful. In relationships, the individual's mental agility and eagerness for discussion can lead to vibrant, stimulating connections. However, this quick-mindedness may also come across as restlessness or fickleness. The person needs to ensure they're not dominating conversations or making others feel overwhelmed with their intellectual energy. In terms of career, this placement can lead to success in fields that demand mental agility, such as journalism, sales, or marketing. It also suggests a talent for network building, making team-based professions or roles involving social interaction a potential fit. Strengths linked to this placement include an agile mind, superior communication abilities, and adaptability. Challenges could involve a tendency toward restlessness, impatience, or an over-reliance on intellect at the expense of emotional depth. In terms of personal growth, learning to balance intellectual curiosity with emotional understanding could be a fulfilling journey. Harnessing their communicative strength to not only share ideas but also to listen empathetically to others can further enhance their relationships and professional endeavors. A balance between curiosity and depth can mold them into a well-rounded individual capable of not just acquiring information, but genuinely connecting with others on all levels. When Mercury is in Cancer in the 11th house, individuals tend to have intuitive, sensitive, and empathetic minds. They are adept at picking up on others' thoughts and feelings and intuitively understand the collective human experience. They perceive the world through an emotional angle, often showing care and concern for society and public welfare. Talking about relationships, they tend to connect on an emotional level rather than a superficial one. Their friendships are based on shared feelings and emotions. They value deep connections and are likely to be seen as a guide or mentor among their friends. As for their career influences, they can excel in disciplines that involve communication, social welfare, or community-oriented work. They can be successful in fields like social work, counseling, human resources, or any profession that requires empathy and clear communication. Their strengths include emotional intelligence, intuition, and empathy. They are also excellent at nurturing relationships and bolstering collective efforts. However, their challenges involve being overly emotional or sensitive, which can sometimes create misunderstandings or miscommunication. They might struggle to detach from emotional considerations when making decisions. Personal growth lessons for them include learning to balance their emotional sensitivity with rational thinking. They may also work on enhancing their assertion skills to voice their thoughts and opinions confidently. By doing so, they can avoid unnecessary misunderstandings and contribute more effectively to the groups they are part of. Mercury in Leo in the 11th house denotes a person with a strong intellectual curiosity and a voice that wants to be heard. These individuals typically shine in areas that allow them to express their creativity and thoughts. Vibrant and expressive, they have a knack for captivating audiences. This can make them good leaders who articulate their ideas confidently. In relationships, they are often perceived as warm and friendly, yet can be seen as domineering at times. They have a tendency to be loyal and value honesty, gravitating towards friends who appreciate their uniqueness and vivacity. However, they need to watch out for becoming overly proud or stubborn. Career-wise, these individuals may excel in fields like politics, arts, or teaching that rely on communication, leadership, and creativity. Roles that allow them to utilize their flair for expression and persuasion are particularly suitable. Mercury in Leo in the 11th house's strengths include strong communication skills, creativity, and leadership. Their challenges often revolve around potential stubbornness and a tendency to dominate conversations, which can sometimes isolate others. To grow personally, they should learn to be open-minded to others' viewpoints and be less controlling in relationships. Cultivating patience and humility would also further enrich their communication style and interpersonal relationships. This placement encourages individuals to learn that whilst it is important to express oneself, it's equally valuable to listen to and learn from others. Mercury in Virgo in the 11th house indicates a mind that is practical, detail-oriented, and analytical, with a focus on community connections. This person communicates carefully, thinks critically, and loves solving problems. They gain fulfillment from intellectual pursuits, often becoming the go-to helper among their groups. Their logical, data-driven thinking combined with their desire to improve the world makes them a valuable asset. In relationships, they lean towards logical reasoning over emotions. They appreciate straightforward, honest dialogues and often seek intellectual compatibility. They can sometimes be too critical or blunt, inadvertently hurting others' feelings. However, in the ideal scenario, their reliable and honest communication fosters trust and understanding. Career-wise, the ideal fields resonate with their analytical mindset and communal orientation. Research, technology, social work or environmental causes could be fitting. Their precision, ability to communicate effectively and unrelenting pursuit of perfection can lead to significant contributions in these areas. One strength of this placement is the individual's capacity for logical analysis and clear communication. Challenges may include overthinking, excessive criticism, or being overly reliant on logic. Personal growth involves balancing logic with empathy, reducing self-criticism, and embracing the emotional aspects of life. They should try to remember that not all problems need fixing, and they can give room for others to just express their feelings without offering solutions. Having Mercury in Libra in the 11th house suggests a personality that is balanced, diplomatic, and intellectual. The individual probably has a knack for understanding others' perspectives and fostering harmonious relationships. They are drawn to societal matters and may be idealistic, hoping to influence change. This placement also hints at strong communication skills and a mind for strategic thinking. In terms of relationships, this person likely values fairness and equality. They can regularly engage in open dialogue and may be an adept problem solver, avoiding conflict through well-thought-out conversations. However, a tendency to overanalyze situations could lead to indecisiveness, which can strain relationships. Career-wise, the individual may excel in professions that require diplomatic negotiation, forward thinking, and idea sharing. Opportunities in advocacy, public relations, politics, or even project management might resonate with this placement. Strengths associated with this configuration can include excellent communication skills, a knack for creating harmony, and a humanitarian approach. However, challenges lie in an inclination to overanalyze situations, leading to indecisiveness, and struggling with direct confrontations. Looking at personal growth, learning to trust their intuition alongside their logical analysis may aid decision-making abilities. Also, practicing assertiveness might help when direct confrontations are unavoidably needed. Thus, these lessons can help amplify their natural diplomatic skills while heightening overall effectiveness. Mercury in Scorpio in the 11th house indicates a deeply intuitive and intellectual individual. Their communication style is passionate and piercing, which can lead to intense, revealing conversations. These individuals are curious about human instincts and often understand things on a profound level that others may miss. This characteristic transforms their relationships as well. They often seek out relationships that are equally as intellectually stimulating and deep. They have the knack for uncovering secrets, so they value honesty and transparency in their relationships. In terms of career, this placement would be beneficial in professions that require deep research, investigation, or dealing with mysteries. They could succeed in fields like psychology, detective work, or even journalism, as they thrive in unearthing hidden truths. Strengths of this placement include their intellectual depth, intuition, and a capability to reveal truths. Their detective-like tendencies and thirst for knowledge can be seen as a gift. They are also great at persuading others due to their deep understanding of human nature and behaviors. However, they may face challenges as their intensity can sometimes be overwhelming for others. Their obsession with seeking truth can seem confrontational, and they may end up probing more than what others are comfortable with. The key lesson to learn for these individuals is to use their deep understanding and analytical prowess for the good and not invade others' privacy. They need to learn to balance their intellectual curiosity with respect for others' boundaries. With Mercury in Sagittarius in the 11th house, one likely acquires an optimistic outlook and a broad-minded attitude. This position often engenders a love for thought-provoking conversations, philosophy, and discovering new ideas. Communication is typically frank, straightforward, and direct. There's a gift for seeing the bigger picture and an ability to inspire others with enthusiastic visions of the future. Relationships are often formed based on common intellectual interests, and there's a tendency to befriend those who stimulate mental growth and encourage personal freedom. This placement may result in the individual being quite social, with the ability to blend and adapt within different social circles and making friends from diverse backgrounds. In careers, professions related to teaching, philosophy, publishing, adventure tourism, or counseling can be of interest. One's innovative, visionary thinking and communicative abilities can shine in group and team settings, bringing forward new ideas and problem-solving techniques. There are challenges as well, primarily a tendency to overlook details and making hasty conclusions. These individuals may struggle with being overly blunt, which could unintentionally offend others. Personal growth entails learning to balance optimism with realism, cultivating patience, and listening attentively to others' perspectives. It's also important to refine communication styles to be more considerate and tactful to others' feelings. Although they are drawn toward exploring unknown territories, developing a sense of stability and grounding will help them grow personally and professionally. Mercury in Capricorn in the 11th house suggests an individual with serious, disciplined thinking. They tend to be practical and grounded in their approach to communication. A structured mindset often leads them to excel at strategic and analytical tasks, making them effective project planners and managers. Careers in business, politics, administration, or management may be rewarding, as they utilize the person's ability to communicate concepts clearly and logically. In relationships, this placement can lead to both positive and negative implications. They may be perceived as reliable and trustworthy due to their power for consistent communication. However, they can come across as too rigid or restricted. They often need partners who appreciate their straightforwardness and can encourage them to open up emotionally. Strengths associated with this placement typically include a profound sense of responsibility, high intellectual ability, and excellent organizational and management skills. Challenges may revolve around a tendency to be overly serious, sometimes stifling creativity and spontaneity. This inflexibility can cause them to struggle with unforeseen changes or plans that deviate from their preferred course. Personal growth opportunities for these individuals often involve learning to balance their structured thought process with a greater tolerance for flexibility and emotional expressiveness. When they learn to loosen their control and allow more warmth and open-mindedness into their interactions, They tap into unexplored potential and promote richer relationships and life experiences. Mercury in Aquarius in the 11th house suggests an individual is inventive, progressive, and intellectual. Their thinking often transcends the ordinary, exploring unconventional ideas or futuristic concepts. They appreciate open exchange of ideas and enjoy group discussions, often taking the role of the unconventional thinker. In relationships, these individuals tend to maintain intellectual connections. They often value friendships that provide mental stimulation. A lover or a friend needs to be open-minded and accepting of their unique perspectives. Communication is essential for them, often preferring to express themselves through thoughtful conversation. Career-wise, they would excel in fields that embrace progress or innovation. Technology, science, or social activism could be promising areas. Their forward thinking and ability to think outside the box would bring fresh insights to whatever field they choose. However, they may encounter challenges. Their unconventional ideas may be misunderstood or seen as too radical by others. They could also become detached and overly rational, losing touch with emotion or intuition. Personal growth could involve embracing their uniqueness while finding common ground with others. While sticking to their ideas is admirable, appreciating other mindsets would contribute to growth. Emotionally connecting with others would bring balance to their intellectual focus. In conclusion, this placement indicates an individual who values intellectual connection, brings innovation to their career, and continually seeks growth by embracing their individuality and empathizing with others. Mercury in Pisces connotes a sensitive, intuitive, and imaginative mind. These individuals are often creative and find unique ways to express their ideas. In communication, they can be vague and indirect, but it's typically because they perceive meanings and implications most people miss. Challenges can emerge as they may struggle to articulate their thoughts logically and can be easily misunderstood. The 11th house position relates to friendship and humanitarianism. These individuals are likely to be socially conscious and empathetic, seeking connections with diverse groups of friends and acquaintances, and often get caught up in others' emotional states due to their intuitive nature. The challenge here lies in establishing personal boundaries to avoid emotional exhaustion. Having Mercury in Pisces in the 11th house suggests a career related to humanitarian causes, counseling, or creative fields. They are motivated by the desire to make a difference rather than personal ambition or financial success. These individuals may struggle in highly competitive or structural environments but excel in spaces that value emotional intelligence, creativity, and collaboration. The strength of this placement lies largely in their compassionate and imaginative nature. However, their tendency to absorb others' emotional states may become a challenge, impacting their mental and emotional well-being if not properly managed. Personal growth for these individuals might involve learning to communicate more clearly and set healthier boundaries. Balancing their need to help others with self-care is a key lesson here. So, in simple words, they are intuitive, empathetic, imaginative, but may struggle with setting boundaries and articulating their thoughts.